Let's do this. Let's do this. I ain't been on here in a minute. P, turn me up. Hot stuff. Jay Brown. Peace, God. How you feeling? Welcome to the dream. Welcome back to the dream. Leah, MT. Peace reflection. Welcome back. The yin yang. What's up? Let the room get to about 3 digits and then we're gonna go in. Welcome back, B-Go. Welcome back, 3-Go. All right. Nisha, what up? Yo, what's up? K, what's good with you, reflection? Moses, what's up? Nike coming through. Peace, how you feeling? How you feeling today, Nike? What's the vibes? Grateful? You excited? You inspired today? You thankful? How you feeling? We almost at 3 digits, y'all. Make sure y'all share the live if y'all can, man. 3 is free. 3 is free. Always grateful, man. Always grateful. Like Chief teaches us. The fuel to all joy is gratitude. You about to eat? You about to love on yourself? That's good. I just got done eating something too. What you about to eat? Well, you about to eat this download for real. I'm about to give you some light codes on here. But what you about to eat and what you gonna put inside your belly? Baked chicken and broccoli. That's it. That sounds smooth for real. That sounds smooth. Depending on how you season it though. Depending on how you season it though. You feel me? But that's a good little meal. So today, obviously, y'all, you feel me? You see the title, man. Life is a dream. Welcome back to the dream. We live inside of God's imagination. That's what this existence is. The earth realm or the universe, the city and state that you live in, all of that is a program within God's imagination. We live in a dream. We live in a simulated reality that we think is real. Now, we think that is real because the mind is using more energy. It takes more mind power to exist in this reality. So the more that you use the mind, the more that you use your energy, your mind's energy, the slower this reality feels. It's more condensed. It's more solid versus a daydream. But nevertheless, this is a dream reflection. And the dreamer is waking up. God is waking up to the fact that we're living inside of his dream. And as we are all waking up into this, we all going through certain things, certain trials and tribulations, certain programs that's popping up to awaken us out of our sleep, to awaken us to the dream. Some of us going through situation with family members. Some of us going through situation with money. Some of us going through situations with children, the job, whatever it is that you're going through. It really is really meaningless. It's really meaningless, right? Everybody has an ego, right? Everybody's finite ego gives meaning to the meaninglessness of life. Your astrological program, your sense of self, who you believe yourself to be consciously, is what's taking place in your reality. This whole reality is thought-based. Everything that you see is a thought. The scarf on my head is a thought. You are a thought. Somebody thought you thought yourself into existence. You feel me? Peace, Mama Mira. The tree behind me is a thought. The light behind me is a thought. Everything is a thought. And nothing exists without you observing it. That's how the dream works. When you go into your sleep at night, when you go into bed, you go to sleep. You go back into that darkness. You go back into the field. None of this existence exists because you are not observing it. Right? Your family don't exist when you go to sleep. Your wife, your husband, your car, your house, your job, none of that exists. Not even your own body exists when you go to sleep and you go into your dream room at night. That's because of the observer's effect. If you go study quantum physics, it's called the observer's effect. And it shows you that, remember, everything is light. We live in complete darkness inside of God's mind. And the light that lights up our reality is our thoughts. And through the observer's effect, it shows you that when you begin to observe light, when you begin to observe a particle, it changes its behavior based upon you observing it. So when you observe light, what happens is that you collapse the wave function. All light travels in a wave function. When you begin to observe, say for instance, me on the phone, I am a thought projected from your mind. I am light. You collapse the wave function and it becomes a localized particle. And that particle, that subatomic particle, is what we perceive to be real. But it's not real. All it really is an electrical signal, right? Because all you are is a walking brain. You have a brain, a nervous system. Your eyes are connected to wires called optical nerves that's attached to your brain that's allowing you to perceive reality. Everything that you are perceiving through your five senses are being perceived through electrical signals that you are receiving from your environment. Your brain, being the hardware of your body, is taking those electrical signals, processing them, and interpreting those codes through your astrological program. Now, this is what the holographic universe doesn't tell us, but this is what Chief breaks down for us. We know that the brain is a processor. It's a hardware for you to experience your reality. But the brain would have to be utilizing something for it to project the application or the reality that you are experiencing. For instance, if you have a computer, right? The computer needs some type of software for it to project the image or the application onto the screen, onto the computer monitor, which is the screen. Your brain is the computer. It is the processor. It is the processor of all information, all light codes and information coming in through your five senses. Your brain is utilizing your software. Your software is actually your natal chart, or what we know in biology, your DNA. As above, so below. What's taking place in the head, in the heavens, in the cosmos, and the constellations is taking place in the body, on Earth, in the biological level, right? So what's going on in your mind is taking place in your body. Your body is what's holding your heart. Your heart is the nucleus of your body that's holding your DNA, which is your software. And as above, so below. When you're studying biology, you're studying astrology. When you're studying astrology, you're studying biology. So your astrology is the path to least resistance versus you getting the electronic microscope and studying a cell. No, study your natal chart, your astrological program, and that's going to show you the software that God is utilizing to experience her creation through you. Because you are not being, put it like this, your thoughts are not coming out of you. Your reality is being streamed through you, right? Just how you're holding a phone right now, and the phone is the hardware device. It's the hardware. It is the processor. But Bigo is being streamed through this device. How is that happening? Well, the service that you get from your phone company And then you download the app on the phone, which is a software program called Bigo. And then if you got internet service and connection, it can stream through this application through the phone. It can stream this program through the phone. And that is what's happening in our reality. Our bodies are not real. All technology mimics our brain, Mike. All of technology mimics the human body. The human body is a supercomputer. It's a super phone. It is a super device. All technology that you see, even the car, is a reflection of the human being. So everything is electrical signals being received by the brain and interpreted through your software, through your DNA, through your genome, which is your specific ACT and G sequences on the DNA strand, in the mind of God. Because we are all different genes or different thoughts inside of God's mind, experiencing reality or creation through our finite ego, right? Everybody has an ego. Everybody's astrological program has been subjected to Babylon, and we're experiencing our ego and our sense of self through the lens of Babylon, just to fit in with the system. But we are everything. We are everything and nothing at the same time. Nothing outside of you is separate from you. You are not separate from me. You are not separate from the phone that you are holding. Appreciate that, God. I'm not separate from the bush back here. The bush is me because it exists through my observation, right? When you close your eyes and close your ears and you stop observing me on this phone, I no longer exist. I no longer exist. But when you open your eyes and you begin to hear me again, I exist because you observe me through your five senses. So if you got any challenges or any rough spots that you're going through in your life, man, really, the knowledge that God has given us, the knowledge that Chief has given us, it allows you the ability to detach from reality and to sort of zoom out and see the big picture, man. And it allows you to detach from the emotional baggage of what's going on, right? Everybody think that they got problems, but no, you don't have problems. It's just how you perceive reality to be happening to you. But it's not happening to you, it's happening through you. And you have to be able to have a healthy perspective on the things that happen in your life because it's not real. A lot of us kicking and screaming in situations that's not really real. It's just there to test you and show you something about you that you need to work on. But none of this exists, man. There's no external world. We're living inside the mind. You know, they got yogis and spiritual teachers online that'll say, well, all you need to do is go within. Well, while there is some truth to that, what they forget to tell you is that you're already inside of your mind. You cannot be outside of anything because you're already living inside of God's imagination. So you projecting your reality within God's mind is an illusion. And that's what allows you to think that you're separate from the dream, but you're not separate from the dream. Remember, we were made in God's likeness and image. How did God create everything? God said, let there be light. Those words formulated from thoughts. We have the same ability that God has to create our reality through our thoughts. But anything that you are doing, God is doing through you. I put on this shirt today. No, I didn't consciously do that. God programmed me to think and make this decision to wear this shirt. You feel me? Life is a dream. We got to row your boat. Like Chief teaches us, life is nothing but a stream of thoughts happening simultaneously and consistently. You live within a dream. You never stop dreaming. Remember, to dream means to think. To think means to conjure up an image in the mind. So when you're thinking, that means that you're imagining, right? So if dreaming is thinking and thinking is imagining, that means that your life is nothing but imagination. Life is a dream. And remember, nothing exists, man. We divine beings. We got solutions to every problem because we keep the knowledge. When bad things happen to us, what do Chief teach us? Be happy, be neutral. You feel me? Because this too shall pass. This is temporary. This feeling will pass. It is temporary. This moment will pass. It is temporary. Chief being in isolation, this moment will pass. It is temporary. But you got to have faith and keep the knowledge and steadfast. You feel me? And endure. You have to be able to endure your reality and what your reality has to offer you and give to you to challenge you so that you can level up. But remember, none of this shit exists. You make it exist by you giving it your thoughts. Oh, that problem or that issue that you got with somebody. No, you only got that issue because you steadily think. Peace, Beezy. Peace, God. How you feeling? Long time no see. The only reason why you got an issue with somebody in your mind is because you constantly thinking about that situation. You keep revisiting that situation in your mind, and what you think must happen in your reality. So you're only going to project what you've been thinking. If you think negative, you're going to project some negative shit. If you think positive, you're going to project a positive reality. If something negative happens in your reality, you got to be a shapeshifter. Ooh, you got to be an alchemist. You gotta change all negativity. Text me your new number, God. You gotta change all negativity into positivity, man. That's why your whole purpose is to be here to know thyself, to master thyself. That's what the Ankh and all the Eye of Horus and all that shit is about. It's about you having knowledge of self, you knowing who you are. And all you are is a consciousness. The first hermetic principle is law, my nigga. It's law. You are just a mind, the law of mentalism. Right? You're nothing but spirit, which is breath, consciousness. And astrology is the mechanics of consciousness. Astrology is the mechanics of how God is using you as a fractal piece of itself to experience itself. So we have to know our astrological program. We have to know how our mind is utilizing our thoughts to create our reality. It's nothing but a pattern. We go through consistent patterns of our own mind, and we're being given lessons for you to get in tune with what you are. And it's nothing but thoughts in your mind. You're not experiencing me, and you're not experiencing me outside on your phone right now. What's actually going on is that you're experiencing me inside of your own mind. For instance, for you to be able to see, you have to ask yourself. You have to literally ask yourself this question. It's not intelligent for you not to be asking these types of questions. Like questions like, how do I see? How am I able to see? First off, you looking at me right now, but you can close your eyes and still see me inside of your mind, inside of your mind's imagination. So what are these? They taught us that was eyes. If these are eyes and these are how I'm able to see my reality, how come when I close my eyes, I can still see the same image inside of my mind's eye? The reason being because you are just a brain, you are just a consciousness, and these are not eyes. We've been taught that we've been programmed to believe that these are eyes. What these actually are, remember, you are a computer. Your brain is the computer. The computer isn't the monitor. No, the computer is the box that the CD-ROM, that everything else get hooked up to. Now, your brain being the computer, these are your monitors, or like projector lenses, but we're going to use the computer reference for now. These are your computer monitors. These monitors, these optical organs, are hooked up to your brain by special wires called optical nerve. Your nervous system connects your optical organs, which are your monitors, to your brain, which is your computer, in order for you to project reality into your existence. Now, they taught us that these was eyes, but how you are able to actually see is this. On sight of you observing something, light clusters called photons are received by the eye, and it's mirrored and refracted to the back of the eye in the retina. And through the optical nerve, those rays of light are turned into neurons and translated to neurons in the back of the eye, into the back of the brain, called the visual cortex. It's a small box in the back of your brain called the visual cortex that's allowing you to tell you what you are seeing in your reality. So what you are seeing on the phone, what you think is me on the phone, on Bigo, you're not seeing that outside of you with these eyes. No, you're actually seeing it with inside of your mind, within your third eye, which is really no third eye. You only have one eye, and that's your imagination, your mind's eye. And your third eye can, or your imagination can only be opened when you have objective truth, when you have absolute truth that you live by and apply to your reality. When you apply the knowledge that Chief gives us and know and truly feel that, oh shit, none of this is outside of me. I'm experiencing this all in my mind. Like, wow. Like, one of y'all probably thought about me before I even came on live. Without the mind, you cannot perceive anything. The mind is what's allowing you to perceive your reality. All you are is a mind. That's it. That's it. These eyes are not real. These are monitors. You remember the projector lens in school? When the teacher used to be at the front of the class with the projector in the overhead, and she got to take the cap off the projector lens for the information to show on the board. Yeah, if you close your eyes, you don't see nothing. But you say, let there be light, and you open your eyes, you begin to project reality, not receive it. That's a trick as well. The holographic universe video will tell you that you're receiving reality. But the truth of the matter is that you're projecting reality. If you were actually receiving reality, when you close your eyes, it wouldn't stop. But when you close your eyes, reality stops. The stream stops. It's not only until you open them that the stream begins to project back into your reality. This just goes to twin. What's good with you, God? Peace, King. That just goes to show you that you're projecting reality and not receiving it. That everything is happening inside of your mind. You ever had deja vu and something appeared in your reality? Oh, the shit, I experienced this before. I did this before. Yeah, you already did it in your mind in another dream that you projected yourself into with a whole nother body, with a whole nother, you feel me? A whole nother concept going on in the dream. Life is a dream reflection. Row your boat, man. Row your boat. So don't be deceived, man. I know you're going to have people, places, and things coming to you in your reality, and they're going to play as an obstacle and a stumbling block to you reaching your higher self, to you staying in tune with God, for you getting in tune with truth. Don't let that stop you, because you're only going to be letting a version of you stop you. Remember, nobody else exists outside of you. Your brother, your sister, your child, your husband, your wife, they are you in a parallel dimension of you, showing you a different aspect of you. You said like reincarnation? No, reincarnation is when right you now have we do, because, well, not right now, but in the times coming, we are, because we're going to be making new human beings on the planet through the knowledge that God has given us, through the knowledge that the Honorable Jesus Christ has given us. We're going to be making new human beings. But reincarnation is when you have children, right? And if you haven't reached your higher self and you haven't learned certain lessons and mastered certain debilitations within your mind, and you have a child, well, what you just did was reincarnated into another form of you, and that child is going to have to go through all the lessons that you didn't overcome in your lifetime, right? So when your mother and your father had you and they didn't reach their higher self and didn't get the truth, they reincarnated through you. My parents reincarnated through me so that I can go through certain lessons and certain obstacles that they didn't overcome. Yes, you are compelled. It's called generational curses. You inherit their genetics, which are their thoughts. You inherit certain astrological energies so that you can overcome their debilitations for your whole generation. You feel me? So reincarnation is when you have children. But even that, man, that's a figment of your imagination as well. You having a child is a figment of your imagination as well. Because when you go to sleep, you don't take your child with you, do you? Your child don't exist in your sleep, do they? No. When you send your child off to school, you feel me? And you not observing them no more, do they exist? No, it's called out of sight, out of mind. You out of sight, you out of mind. You feel me? It's out of sight, out of mind. Oh, you got an issue at work. You just got fired. Well, the fact that you're not observing that motherfucker no more says that it don't exist. Yes, that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying to you is that life is a dream and it is not real. And it is not intelligent reflection. It is not intelligent for you to assume that when you woke up today from your dream, from last night, you went to sleep, woke up, you re-entered the earth realm today. It's not intelligent for you to assume that you entered reality. No, this is just a more slowed down dream that we call life or that we call the earth realm. This shit not real. You got to think about it. How did you get here? How did you get here? Matter of fact, how did you get into your dream last night? How did you get there? Did you walk there? Were you born there? Did you die? How did you get there? You thought yourself into that reality. And you thought yourself back into this reality today to do it all over again. You said, so how do you handle stress? Well, all stress starts in the mind. And stress can only live in a body or inside of a mind that doesn't know what it is or doesn't know who it is. You feel me? When you lack knowledge of self and you lack the proper perspective and proper understanding of what life is, then you begin to stress out. When you don't have the understanding that life is a dream and that none of this is real and that everybody's a figment of my imagination, and then when you go through a relationship issue and something bad playing out, you feel me? Hey King, appreciate your reflection. Tay sent a donation, y'all. Tay sent us a donation, man. Appreciate that reflection. You feel me? You know what all proceeds go, all provisions and blessings go directly to Chief. You feel me? If I need something like some water or pay my phone bill, I use it for that. But everything go to Chief for real, man. We thankful, man. I'm grateful, man. For real. Cause we don't work for money, man. We do it. We get on here and we talk and we teach and we get this shit from our heart, man. We not a part of this system. We not a part of Babylon, and we showing everybody else what y'all gonna have to be doing soon when this system collapse, man. We gonna have to get on this internet and proclaim and give your God-given gifts and talents to humanity because they belong to the world. Your life doesn't belong to you. Your experiences and your gifts doesn't belong to you. But like I was saying, before I acknowledge Tay for that blessing that he sent over. Yeah, stress is nothing but an unhealthy perspective. You feel me? When you don't know how to perceive reality the right way and you going through relationship issues or drama at your job and you just think that it's real, like, oh my God, like the bills is due. Oh, such and such just died. Man, look, everything is energy. The first hermetic principle is all is mental. This whole reality is a projection of a one mind. This is all your imagination. When you have that understanding, then you can't be stressed out. If somebody was to come up to me and say, hey, you a bitch, I'm gonna look at that version of me and be like, damn, that's me coming to test me. First off, I know I'm not a bitch. I don't even gotta prove that. Second, I know that person is me, and how they perceive me is how they perceive themselves. And that this person it's an illusion. It's a figment of my imagination coming to test me. When you got that perspective, it's like, I'm gonna laugh at the shit like, but yeah, I'm a bitch. You feel me? Yeah, I'll be a bitch. You feel what I'm saying? You got child support issues. What? That last name is not even yours. You don't even have a name. You're just a mind. How can you put a title on God? Kids, child support, hold on, my kids are 23 chromosomes of me. They are me. They don't even exist without me observing them. How am I on child support? You gotta have healthy perspective. Keep the knowledge, man. None of this shit real. If you want to understand how reality works, just think about dreams. Just go study dreams. Study how dreams work, reflection. You saying hell no, but that's what it is. Yes, I did say your gifts were not yours. Your gifts belong to God, and everything in this reality is God. It's God's creation, and God is utilizing you and your gifts to experience its creation through you. So the gifts that you have is God's, and you are to offer them to humanity for free, not going to work and giving your gifts and your talents to Babylon. I do believe in God. I believe that I am God. I am a thought inside of God's mind. I am a figment of God's imagination. We are all God. We are all our mother's children. If you look at our bodies, we all have belly buttons. We all come from a woman. The black woman is God, and her first son is the Eligio Bishop. You feel me? You say, am I earning money on the app? I wouldn't say earning anything. I would say that the universe is blessing me for doing divine work, for doing divine ministry. This is what I'm doing. Proclaiming the kingdom is my job. That's my purpose. It's not even a job. That's my purpose. And as far as earning money, no, I'm not earning money. I'm earning blessings from my reflections on this app so that I can sustain my path and sustain what I'm doing. You feel me? I don't clock in. I don't do 2 hours a day. None of that, man. This is literally sacred energy exchange right here. You feel me? But you feel what I'm saying? None of this is real reflection. It's a dream. Don't be deceived, man. Don't fool yourself. Don't fool yourself. Yo, peace reflection.
Oh man, how are you doing?
What you say?
How are you doing?
You said at this point we just doing this shit to stay relevant. Well, if that's what you think, that's cool. But you listening to me, you listening to us, you come and join our live and our broadcast so that your life can have some relevance, so your life can have some type of relevance and meaning. Because your life is really meaningless. You're working for Babylon. You're really not doing nothing. You're really not doing nothing to help humanity. So what you really saying is, oh, I come and join y'all lives because my life has no relevance and I want to learn knowledge itself so that I can feel like I'm a part of something bigger than and greater than what I am. Don't come in here hating. I'm just gonna alchemize that negativity into positivity because it's all the hate is just it's love in disguise. It's a misunderstanding, and you just misunderstand shit because you don't understand who you are. You feel me? If you understood that you were me and I was you, you would never come up here saying, "Oh, y'all saying and doing this shit for no reason to stay relevant." No, we saying it so that we can save our souls, opposed to everybody else getting up on this app doing 2 hours trying to get a bag. I do this shit for my soul and to collect the elite for the kingdom, for God's kingdom, to collect the rest of our soul family. I'm not doing this for no money. We're not doing this to stay relevant at all. But I'm glad that I'm relevant and the knowledge that we speak that God has given us is relevant to you because you found yourself on this broadcast. Nobody invited you. But I love my self-reflection. I want you to know that life is a dream, man. You feel me? How you perceive reality is what you gonna get back from it. Now, what program are you running off of that's giving you your reality? Because we're living in 3 different worlds right now, like my chief teaches us. We're living in nature, right? Nature is all around all this shit. You see what I'm saying? All these buildings, this is the matrix. But this is the matrix within the original matrix called nature. Those are 2 worlds. And then the 3rd world is the internet, man. The internet. We living in 3 different worlds right now. Now, your astrological program, your natural way of being, your natural state of mind has been programmed and subjected to Babylon ideas. Go to work, go to school, have children, be in monogamous relationships, go be a basketball player, all that. That's Babylon. The internet program you. Oh, come be a digital marketing media, a digital media marketer. Come be an online worker. Come go to school on this institute online. All of those are programs, but you're not in your natural state of mind. You're not in your natural astrological program. It has been subjected to Babylon. So you're living in an alter ego. So you don't know who you are. So you don't know what the fuck is going on in reality. You don't know who God is. You don't know what God is. You don't know who I am because you don't know who you are. You feel me? So just know that this not it. It's not it. It's a dream. I know it feel real because you can't walk through walls and shit, but you can. You can. It just take more focus and more attention and more thought to manifest things in this reality. But it's still a dream. You said I still ain't made it out. I've already made it out. The fact that I have this understanding has already psychologically broken me free from the mental jail that you are in. Yes, humanity is in a psychological prison because we are trapped inside of the matrix. We're trapped inside of a square. What happens to energy when you put it in a square? Energy is thought. What happens to the mind when you box it in? Energy likes to take the path of least resistance, which is a spiral. When you put it in a box, in a square, in a matrix, oh, you limit it. You limit it. You limit yourself to thinking, oh, I'm a cashier. Oh, I'm a post office worker. Oh, I'm a social securities worker. I'm a FedEx worker. I've already made it out. I have the most highest and purest understanding on this earth plane that you can even have. It allows me not to stress out when shit hit my way. They turned the lights off in my house today. What you think I was thinking? Oh, look at Babylon thinking they about to stop me from shining my light. No, bitch, I'm still about to shine my light on live. The sun is still out, so I'm on circadian rhythm now. You feel me? So when the sun is up, I'm up. When the sun go down, it's time to go to sleep. Simple. Everything in nature is running on that rhythm. It's how you think about this shit. I don't move in Babylon time. I'm not subjected to these Babylon laws, to nothing that they do. I don't live by this shit. It don't faze me. I'm not stressed out when shit don't go my way. I'm not worried about police. I'm not worried about no bills. I'm not worried about no children, no job. None of that, man. Because I know that none of this shit exists. When I go to sleep at night, none of this exists. No phone bill exists. No kids exist. My body don't exist. The earth don't exist. So that's the highest perspective. How can you have any type of stress, especially when you got nature? You feel me? Nature is a whole medicine, my nigga. Nature is a whole medicine. You can't stress out here when you looking at green and brown all day, when you got your feet on the earth, when you hugging trees, when you eating from the earth. There is no such way that you can stress when you are in tune with God, when you are in tune with nature. Nature is the building blocks and the base reality of God's dream. In order to stay in tune with God, you must stay in tune with the base reality. You must stay in tune with the motherboard, right? It's like in Jumanji. In order to play the game on the little board game that they was playing, the pieces had to stay stuck to the board. The pieces never moved from the board. You always got to stay connected to your source for you to play the game of life. You said my husband said, all right. Well, your husband your husband an intelligent man. He is an intelligent man. And shout out to my chief for all the knowledge and information that I got. I got this information from God, from Jesus Christ, our mother's first son, the dreamer, the avatar of this whole reality that we live in. And that's the actuality. We don't live in actuality. Actuality is the state of existence in reality. We don't know what reality is. We think reality is real. We think that the earth is real. No, the earth isn't real. The earth, we don't even know where the earth is located. They say that the earth is located in the solar system. And the solar system is located in the Milky Way. And the Milky Way is located in the universe. And the universe is all encompassing and it has no specific location or space and time. We don't even know where we are located in the universe because we don't know where the universe is located. We don't know where the earth is located because the earth is inside the universe and we don't know where the universe is located. We don't know what this is. We don't know what reality is. But let me teach you. Let me tell you, God already told me. The actuality of this reality is that life is a dream and we are living inside the mind of the Eligio Bishop. Nature Boy is God. We are living inside the mind of Jesus Christ. And that is the reality of this dream. That is the reality of life. And in order for you to wake up to the fact that life is a dream and for you to become lucid in a dream, you got to tap into the Christ consciousness. You have to tap into Jesus Christ reflection. You have to tap into absolute truth. If you go look up the definition of God, it'll tell you that God is the supreme and absolute reality. What does it mean to be supreme? To be supreme means to be good. What does it mean to be good? To be good means to be righteous, to be factual, to be correct. So God is absolute truth. The reality that we live in is that we live in God's dream, and that is the absolute truth. So in order for you to wake up into life being a dream, you have to know absolute truth. You feel me? You have to be tapped into God. You have to be tapped into the source. So fret not, reflections. Fret not. Yes, he's not in prison. He put himself in isolation, right? To test and see who is really there for him, who really believed in God, who really believed in him. Now he see who he really got in his circle. And he also did this as a test for humanity, right? Remember, God left us. God left us to our own devices, right? We are going through the dark ages, through the iron age, a cycle of God's mind, where we are ignorant and we are in a hell state of mind because we lack knowledge of self. Hosea 4:6, my people were destroyed for lack of knowledge of self, for going against the commandments of God. That's what we are, that's what's going on right now. And this is the second coming, the return of Christ. You feel me? Chief put himself in isolation so that he can test humanity and see who really believed in God, who really had faith, who really was going to keep the knowledge. And whoever is to be alive in him and believe in him shall have eternal life. And we're going to resurrect and we're going to be renewed with God. So he put himself in isolation to test humanity. You being tested right now, Reflection. You who asked, you who said something about him, put himself in there, yeah. You're being tested as well right now to see how you are going to respond to humanity trying to persecute and kill God inside of the dream. Remember, by life being a dream, remember, when you go to sleep at night, you're inside of your bed sleeping. You're the God of your dream. In order for you to go, when you go into your dream realm, you project yourself into that dream realm. In order for you to exist in that dream, you have to be dreaming. You have to be in the dream. You have to literally be in the dream. For if this is a dream, this is God's dream, God will have to be existing in the dream. You couldn't exist inside of your dream without you being in it. Right? You are a God in the bed, sleeping, dreaming about the dream. You project yourself into your dream as the Christ. In order for the dream to exist, you have to be present in the dream. Without you being in the dream, it doesn't exist. So this is a dream. This is God's dream. Right? Kanye West got a song. This is a God's dream. The ultra light beam. This is a God's dream. You hear the song? But this simulation is a dream. You can't kill God. You can't put God in prison. None of that. If you kill God, the dream wouldn't exist. We would not exist because we are figments of God's dream. And God, which is our mother in heaven, Mother Lucia, the mother goddess, the great grandmother, she projected herself into the human form, into flesh, in the form of the black man, in the form of the Eligio Bishop, Nature Boy, as the Christ inside of the dream. So Chief is our mother in the form of the black man as God inside of this dream. And without him, this dream couldn't exist. And if you think that he's in prison, no. The only reason why you think that he's in prison is because you're in prison psychologically, because you are disconnected from your source. What happened when the system decided to try to take Chief away from us as a political prisoner of warfare, a prisoner of political warfare? What they did was they disconnected us, God's people, African American people, melanated beings. We were disconnected psychologically from our source, which renders us in a state of prison. So, you feel me? We gonna be released very soon because he about to be out of isolation very soon. You feel me? You can't kill God. You can't kill the dreamer. It's like the movie Inception. You feel me? The subconscious mind is always going to do something to protect the dreamer, to protect God inside of the dream. You can't hurt the dreamer. Just like you in your dream, your subconscious is always going to protect you. But just know that this shit is a dream. You can't die. You feel me? Even in the movie Inception, they showed a scene where Leonardo DiCaprio, his wife popped up in a dream and was about to shoot his friend in the head. Leonardo DiCaprio jumped on the table and shot his friend in the head. His friend fell and woke up in the other reality. You can't die. The movie show you because they really documentaries of the movie showing you what's going on. You can't die because you're not even alive, Reflection. We're not even living. You feel me? Everybody trying to go get money to be alive. And what do you do for a living? What you mean, what the fuck do I do for a living? I don't even exist. A funeral, such and such died. What you mean such and such? What you mean such and such died? We don't even exist. That what you talking about? Inception. It's called Inception with Leonardo DiCaprio. That's a gem for y'all to go watch. Go watch that. Exactly, Real Famous. This is an illusion. The illusion of separation. And within that illusion of separation, we are all different pieces of God playing the forget game as if we had amnesia, forgetting that, oh, Real Famous is God. Lena is God. Brothers is God. Accomplished 87 is God. You feel me? Memphis is God. Drosky's Carmex is God. God is heavenly is God. Everybody is a figment of God's imagination. We are all thoughts inside of God, walking around thinking that we're separate from each other when we're all a part of the one mind. When we're all a part of the oneness. It's one mind, one self. You feel me? But them some gems for y'all, man. I wanted to get up here and talk to y'all because, you feel me? Like I said, they shut off a nigga electricity, so ain't no Wi-Fi and shit right now. So I ain't able to screen record like I normally am. So I've been on Instagram and shit. But they can't stop my light. The sun is electricity. Like Chi teaches us, the electric current of your body is your thoughts. Your thoughts is what's lighting up your reality. You feel me? Let there be light, my nigga. Let there be light. I am the electricity. The light of my mind is the electricity that lights up my reality. Fuck a bill. And this is how you gotta think. And the universe is gonna provide a person, place, or a thing for my lights to get cut back on. And that's just how this shit works. Nothing in nature worries about tomorrow. Nothing in nature worries about money. No money don't exist either. Money is what? Currency. Currency is what? An electrical current. The electrical current of your body is your thoughts. Your thoughts are your true money. Your money is your thoughts, your focus, your attention. And whatever you give your focus and your attention to, energy must flow. That's your money. You feel me? I'm giving y'all money right now. Knowledge itself is the real money. When all the money for was really going to be the real value, and the real money is knowledge. How much you know, your experience, the wisdom that you have. That's what's going to mean more than a fucking dollar. You feel me? How well can you get in tune with nature? How well can your melanin interpret and acknowledge nature? How intelligent are you? That's your money, Reflection. Your knowledge itself is your generational wealth. Because remember, reincarnation is when you have children. So generational wealth is not stacking up a bunch of money in bank accounts. Because when you die, remember, the bank don't exist. Your children don't exist. Your 401k don't exist. Your will don't exist. That generational wealth don't exist. What's going to exist is the consciousness that you pass on genetically, on a cellular level, as a cell coming out of another cell infinitely. Your thoughts and how you utilize your consciousness is your generational wealth. And if you got knowledge yourself, then shit, when you do decide to reincarnate through your children, which is another form of you, that's generational wealth, because you are going to be reborn, or you're going to portal back in or log back into reality with the highest perspective of what life is. And remember, it said in the scripture, seek ye the kingdom of God first, and all these things should be added unto you first. All these things should be added unto you as well. Seek ye the kingdom, man. The kingdom of God is within you. And whoever is to know themselves shall know God and shall enter the kingdom, man. Reflect the light from Threes is Christ, man. The all-seeing I3. The honorable prophet, Eligio to Christ, man. I love myself, y'all. Peace to the gods. And I'm gonna let the credits roll on y'all, man. Say thank you to all the supporters. I'm thankful to all the supporters, man. I love myself. You feel me? I'm gonna let y'all get the vibes of where I'm at right now, man. You feel me? Let y'all catch some vibes. Don't laugh, Teddy. Don't laugh, my boy. You feel me? You can stop the screen recording too, God.